Titania is still lying in the woods on her bed of flowers. While she sleeps, the mechanicals enter, preparing to practice their play. The actors start worrying about the ladies in the audience. How will their weak constitutions cope with a double suicide? And what about that scary lion's roar? Won't they faint with fear? They consider rewriting the whole thing, but Bottom has what he believes is a genius solution. Peter Quince will write a short opener that explains to the audience that what they're watching are actors and no one really gets hurt. Phew! Meanwhile, the trickster Puck enters and watches the truly bad acting unfold. He decides to play a prank. When Bottom steps out of view, Puck magically gives Bottom a donkey's head.
Hey team, just a reminder, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It really helps the channel out, and our next upload could be on something taught in your next class. Thanks, and back to the video.
When the other mechanicals see Bottom with a donkey's head, they freak out and run away. Bottom remains, wondering why all his friends took off. He starts singing to himself and wakes up Titania. The love juice kicks in, and as soon as she sees him, Titania falls in love with the gross donkey-headed Bottom. Bottom still has no clue that he's got an ass's head and takes it all in his stride, but is still a little confused about what is happening. Titania orders her fairies to provide his every need. Then she takes the half-donkey, half-bottom into her fairy bower for some alone time. Wink, wink. Elsewhere in the woods, Oberon is hearing Puck's report. It's all gone brilliantly. Oberon loves hearing about Titania and her bottom donkey. Then Hermia and Demetrius enter the clearing. Puck is a bit surprised to see a different guy with Hermia. Meanwhile, Hermia begs Demetrius to tell her where Lysander is. Demetrius has no idea and is angry that Hermia still loves Lysander more than him. Oberon realises Puck has stuffed things up and orders Puck to clear up the mess so Demetrius falls in love with Helena instead of Hermia. Hermia stalks off and Demetrius lies down and sleeps. Puck creeps over and squirts the love juice in his eyes. Demetrius wakes up to see Helena standing before him. He's now head over heels in love with her. Meanwhile, Lysander is also clutching at her skirts, still under the effects of the love potion. Helena angrily thinks both men are simply teasing her. She screams at them to stop being so cruel. When Hermia enters, the soap opera gets even more heated. Hermia is astounded that Lysander is in love with Helena. Poor Helena thinks Hermia is also part of the nasty game. Insults start flying and Lysander and Demetrius march off to fight a duel. Meanwhile, an argument starts between the two women. Hermia feels hurt that both men love Helena, so she insults Helena's height. Helena responds by mocking Hermia for being short. The argument escalates and they run off fighting. Puck manages to stop Lysander and Demetrius from hurting each other by imitating their voices and drawing them apart. Finally, it gets dark and all four lovers are exhausted as they try and find each other. They collapse in a heap and fall asleep. Puck pulls out his trusty love potion. This time, he'll finally make it right. We hope you enjoyed this Schooling Online production. For more easy lessons on A Midsummer Night's Dream, check out our summary of Act 4.